Welcome to the Poundcast. 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 Welcome to the Poundcast.
The Poundcast.
That is a Poundcast theme song remix.
Yeah.
From Pound Pimple Patrick Cooper. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
On the Patreon, I put up the stems.
Oh, that was a special. That's
So-
a Patreon exclusive.
One of the benefits.
It's a product of an exclusive.
One of the benefits of being on Patreon. You can go on there if you want to support us. But you know what? Why would we want to pitch that? We haven't even done anything yet. Let's talk about our weekend. What'd you do?
My weekend?
Your whole weekend.
What did I do? I had a show. We had a show. I did a show. It was my show, but you were a guest on it as a performer.
Oh yeah, it was part of your weekend.
And that was fun. That was a good show. It was pretty full in there, and it was a good crowd, and we had a lot of fun, and we hope to do it again sometime.
Well,
And,
the Sunday, I forgot to tell you, I played softball with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So you were decompressing on Sunday, playing some softball.
Yeah, and Dwayne, he hit the ball so hard with those big muscles,
Oh yeah.
it popped.
Oh, the ball popped.
The softball popped, and it destroyed.
Hate it when that happens.
It just a rainstorm of shredded leather and filling.
Just leather.
And then it was like, well,
What
now
were you gonna do then?
It was the bottom of the first.
Oh my gosh. What were you gonna do? What could you do?
Well, I had to think quick. My MacGyver instincts kicked in, and I had these. I was snacking on my favorite snack, Louisville vegan jerky.
Yeah. Okay.
So I said, "Hold on, guys," and I put the jerky into a ball shape.
Oh, you smushed it together?
And then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson squeezed it super hard. He compressed it.
Fused it. He did some kind of compression fusion on it.
He fused it into a ball, and we finished out the inning.
Did you?
We finished out the whole game.
I'm surprised you finished the whole game and didn't just eat the ball, and and then you wouldn't have been able to play the rest of the game.
Well, he ate the ball at the end of the game.
Oh, he did. He just took a bite of it like an apple.
And he said, "Where the heck am I smelling that you're cooking?" And I said, you got to go to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com and use the code word Poundcast, and you can get 20% off. And he said, do you know how many Fast and Furious movies I'm in? I don't need 20% off of anything. But he said, you know what? To support the Poundcast, I will. That's what The Rock did. That's what The Rock smells.
You heard it here. Take a bite out of crime.
I also told The Rock, I said, Rock, if you want to support the Poundcast, you can get Louisville vegan jerky and toppings at all kinds of stores like Sprouts and Whole Foods and any trusted grocer's freezer.
It's that easy.
Not grocer's freezer, but you can
It's
go to the
that
grocer's freezer and ask someone who's walking around and be like, where can I get this?
It's too easy.
It's too
You got to
easy.
start making it more difficult.
Yeah.
Let's take it out of the stores,
Yeah, LouisvilleVeganFoods.com has all the flavors. So support the Poundcast. Go there. Support Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Support the Fast and Furious franchise and softball. And do yourself a favor. Next time you're in a bind, you're going to want a bag.
You never know what it would be good for.
You're going to want a bag. So, you know what? Let's get the show going here.
Back.
Kick the music in a little bit. Or, you know what? I could play a taste of our guests' music.
Do that, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Is it, it's not showing up on my dang thing. Can I do a refresh on that?
But you know what, actually, before you play that, can I just do one little comment?
Yeah.
Well, we have the cover art for the podcast up here,
Mm-hmm.
And today, you and I are almost recreating the picture.
Well, can you see that on the cameras?
Yeah.
Huh.
And there's our guest too. But
She's like, okay, when is this show starting? What the hell is going on?
but no, that's kind of. I mean, we're wearing the clothes that are in the thing almost with different colors. You know, that's kind of neat.
This song won't. Oh, here we go. Check this out.
Make my bed in the morning and I pretend I'm doing something 'cause I'm so high.
Put the headphones on, Brent. Take a listen.
And it's
I am
not
listening.
even 10. Oh, I'm so high. It's not even 10.
Some interesting sounds going on here.
Yeah, that's an 808.
But there sounds like a vacuum cleaner or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
My friend.
Oh, you have a vacuum cleaner?
No, it's a little toy piano, but
Oh.
you get a lot of noise. You know, it's not a MIDI.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, toy piano. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on the show,
yeah.
Cecilia.
Thank you for having me.
When I check
Cecilia Victoria Della Peruti.
Yeah.
I got all.
Oh, that's good.
You know, we.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
doing-
4.
That was like almost like doing an Informer rap just now. The way you said that.
Well, we've had we've had other guests with. How many names did Charles have?
She had Charlotte Ercole
Lyndon
Rowe.
Rowe was on there.
Yeah,
Nah.
I think so.
Well, we're
That's
glad that
Do you
you're
know
in the
her?
4
Oh,
name.
thank you.
Do you
Yeah.
know her?
No.
Do you
No.
want her? Do you want to know her?
Yeah, she sounds like a patrician. That's like a very regal sounding name.
So, Cecilia, your music is called Gothic Tropic.
Yes.
That's your solo music.
That's my
That's
solo
what we were just
band.
listening
Yeah.
to, right?
mhm.
And-
But you also play with like Beck and stuff.
Beck and stuff.
Beck and
Yeah.
stuff.
Beck and stuff.
Yeah, I've been a hired gun before. I was playing guitar with him for the last like 3 years.
Oh, really?
And
Do you know
yeah.
Alex Lilly by any chance?
oh yeah, we were on the same riser together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I know her.
she's.
Wait, you
yeah.
get your own riser?
We were the way the stage is set up.
Like you
yeah,
don't all just stand on the stage. You get like a little go-go riser.
there were maybe
Wait,
3 risers.
That was going to say, how many risers are there? And
yeah,
how many
we're
people,
not the only special.
How many people per riser?
There were maybe 3 or 4 of us on one riser, and then I think Chris Coleman, the drummer, has his own riser.
Oh.
Different stages had different setups sometimes, but
And
yeah, just to.
Beck is on his own part.
He's in the front.
Right.
He's not on a riser.
Ah.
He's on the.
He's
the
lower.
stage. Yeah.
You guys are up above him.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of a reverse amphitheater kind of thing, right?
Right.
Or something like
Just
that.
to
where
get the
it's-
perspective,
elevates, yeah.
And then on
That's
the rise on the front of the riser, there were LED screens that would connect visually to the rest of the LED screen, which was
That's kind of fun. So
behind
you and
us.
Alex are on the same riser together.
yeah.
So you guys are riser mates.
Yes.
You guys go way back.
Oh, we go very deep.
I mean, you guys are
Now,
very
where'd you
close.
find your riser mate? On Craigslist? Or-
It's funny.
Did you go to Riser Share on
Yeah.
Craigslist? Okay.
She and I have been playing on bills for the last like 7-8 years.
Uh-huh.
She was in a band called Touche with Bram Inscore, and and that's how we met initially years ago, and then we both got the gig at the same time.
so you can shred.
Yeah. It's
Are you?
yeah, I'm pretty.
You're a
I'm
monk.
So
okay.
on Devil's Haircut, you're playing that riff.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that go? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
down,
Well, there's-
down,
Dun,
wait,
dun, dun.
So there's there's a lot of guitars on, sometimes there's like 3 or 4 guitars on one track. So
Are
it's
you
me
like
and-
lead or are you rhythm?
No, lead guitar has been Jason Faulkner for a while. But it's him and Beck and me doing the
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
You're
and then
all
the-
doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
I could be in that. I could play that.
You could play that.
I could sing it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could sing that part.
Yeah, you just get
Actually,
that
I could play it.
megaphone and
I
you,
could play the part too.
Yeah.
we could easily be in that band too.
Yeah, can we be in Beck?
Yeah, I think
Well,
he appreciates unique talents and
should do
odd.
He should do
people.
at least one show where me and Brent get to be in the band.
just
Where
one.
we're like,
Honestly, that's like if I was that's right up his alley. He used to have like
he
dancers.
swap out people that can kind of play. Like Brent could probably do keyboards.
Yeah, see, look.
I can go.
We're doing video now, so we can do this kind of stuff.
I could be. I could play the
Your
drums.
technique is on point.
Look at that technique.
Look, he
Yeah.
plays piano. Look.
Look at
Yeah.
this. See?
That's how you see.
You're
He
gripping
plays.
them. You're gripping the keys.
What key? What
So
key,
well.
What note is that?
This is like a really just big C.
Yeah, like E
it's a
flat
C, It's a
7.
C13.
C13.
It's a C. Yeah. It's a C13 with some
Play an
extra notes.
NC17.
with a 6 and a 9 in there. What?
You got an NC17? What does that look like?
An NC17 kind of looks like this, you know. You know what I mean?
with an
Uh-huh.
F with an F on the bottom.
That's an
And
NC17.
You pound on the hit the notes like that.
You pound upwards.
You're
The
like,
note is up here
under
like
here.
this, and you go boom like that. That's how you play the note.
so how did you? This is weird being.
Isn't
on
that
camera.
right? That's
this
right.
is kind
As
of
a-
weird being on camera.
As
but we're
a
on
musician,
camera.
you could verify that that's true, right?
That's the gold standard.
There
yeah.
it is. See,
So
it's a brown standard actually.
So how did you? Let's take it from the top. What's chapter 1?
Oh, origin story.
You know, let's take chapter like 4. Like, how did you start? How did you get into Beck's band? It's a pretty big.
Yeah, chapter 4. Yeah,
It's a pretty big name.
Chapter 4. Beck. How did that
yeah,
happen?
but chapter 4.
I've been playing for a lot of pop artists for the last like 6 years, and also simultaneously doing my solo project. So I had gotten off from playing with Charlie XCX, and I went to.
How'd you get? Well, what's the first big?
First
gig you
gig
got?
that I got. Probably I was 19. I got asked to play guitar for a band called Rumspringa.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh no, man.
I've heard of the.
I've heard of the.
I've heard of the
Springer.
holiday.
Yeah,
the-
it's the Amish.
I've heard of the Amish thing. but
Yeah.
So you guys just going buck wild
You
on
guys
tour?
or did you do the opposite for you? A Rumspringa would be being all conservative and stuff.
I think he was thinking the guy whose band it was. I think he liked the catharsis of the name, and it was like if Black Keys and Alabama Shakes. It was sort of like that, 2008 or so.
But no
So
joke,
that's-
did that band be kind of wild because they were called Rumspringa?
Not
No,
that
no.
wild.
They're
No, he's pretty
conservative.
tame.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Tame
So,
Impala.
posers.
Yeah.
Well, they could just
So
have that wild ass name.
About 19, I
Just-
started doing that.
Well,
How'd you get that?
Yeah, how did you get that? How did you get on their Rumspringer's radar?
I got asked to sing on their record, and then we just got to talking, and we just started jamming. And I was like, "Yeah, I play guitar. I play guitar in my own band." He goes, "Oh, well, I'm looking for a band." So
Well, how did you get? I'm just trying to get to the.
How'd you get the
How'd
guitar?
you, how did you
No,
get to this? How did they ask you to sing on there? They heard your own band.
yeah, so so everything is. It's
Gothic
almost
Tropic.
like Gothic Tropic's been like my proof of concept for all the hired gun gigs that I've been getting, because it represents. I'm the lead singer. I'm the lead guitarist. I'm the songwriter.
You
So
do all
kinda-
instruments in Gothic?
except for the drums.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. And so with Beck, I took my guitar to this guitar tech, Eric Bailey, and he is also Beck's guitar tech. And when Beck was asking for some recommendations for the new band, he's like, "What about this person?" And he showed him a music video,
Oh.
and he was like, "Oh, is she playing guitar? Oh, okay. Yeah, ask her to audition." So
Oh,
I sent in
you
like
have to audition?
4.
You had the look. You had the full package. You
Wait
could
a second.
shred, and you got the look.
You have to audition, and the audition process is sending in clips.
So I sent in
Type 5.
like 4 videos of me playing different things. Like I played
Beck songs?
Hard as a Drum on piano, played E-Pro on guitar. I sang throughout the whole thing, so all the backing vocals. And then
You
and
just
then
played these like just by themselves, a cappella with guitar sort of thing.
with the song.
You just played along with the song.
Yeah.
Oh, with the song.
Yeah.
You
Did
play
you-
the song.
Did you add
Yeah.
in a little like pinwheel spins and kicks
Oh,
and
just
stuff?
added
to,
production.
just to just so he knows you know how to rock out. You're not going to be a statue up there like you're in My Bloody Valentine.
I think I was sitting down. I didn't. I did no showmanship with the videos actually.
You didn't have to go in an audition.
And then they go, yeah, can you come in tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And so I went into center staging the next day, and then that was the in-person audition.
Okay, hold up. Now look. Now, was Beck at this time? Was this the biggest artist that you had were potentially going to work with?
I was like, I'm not going to get it.
So were you kind of nervous a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Really? And were you a big Beck fan before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, you go in, and you are kind of nervous. Are there other people auditioning there for this, or how's it work?
Yeah, I didn't intersect with anyone, but.
What is this center stage? What is this?
This is actually like, this is in Burbank. It's a big rehearsal space.
Okay.
But they're sound stages, pretty much.
And
so you're on a sound stage.
Built for,
Were there like executives
padding.
back in behind
totally
like double mirrors?
Yeah, there might have been like 25
Beck?
people in the.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is built by Beck.
No.
For Beck.
In the service of Beck.
Okay. So was he was there?
And other artists. I mean,
the rest of the band was there too?
Yeah, rest of the band was there.
And are they watching you, or are you going to play with them?
I'm playing with them.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I just walked into rehearsal.
Yeah.
And they tethered me up. I brought my in-ear monitors and they strapped me up, put a guitar on me, and I didn't have to bring anything. You just had everything set up.
Well, what about that? I mean, were you did you bring your own instruments or instrument?
No, I was told, don't
bring anything.
Yeah. I don't know. Did I bring? No, I didn't. Yeah.
So
you ever think about changing your name to Bork? And you could come in and be like, "Hey, Beck, I'm Bork." Then he would he can't say no to someone named Bork.
Yeah.
Who's a guitar player.
Right.
Or the name could be Bach. Hey, Beck, I'm Bach.
Yeah.
Well, that could be me actually. You can be called Deck. Deck and Bach.
And Bork.
And Bork.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, right before the encore, I would just like to introduce the band. On guitar, we got Bork.
Yeah.
On drums, we got Dork. I'm Dork. I should be called Dork.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was thinking, since your name starts with a C, right?
Yeah.
So
Cork.
it could be Keck.
Keck.
Cork is kind of cool, though.
Wait, what about Beck and Keck?
Well, there you go.
Yeah. That would have been.
Or Cork, whatever.
So
maybe I wouldn't have had to audition.
Was it like, what did he
names.
launch into?
Wait. Did they tell you what songs they were going to play beforehand?
Or did you have to memorize the entire catalog?
I learned what I assumed the singles and the hits and the stuff and the new record. No, the new record wasn't out yet.
How do you do this?
E-Pro, Eric Bailey gave me a heads up. He was like, it's probably going to be Devil's Haircut. It's probably going to be Loser. It's probably going to be this and that.
The biggest hits.
Just like, so I just assumed it's just going to be the big.
I could play that too.
I ended up playing the sitar part on that one.
Oh, that's awesome. On sitar?
It was
you have a pedal that sitars it.
It was a sitar Dan electric like guitar. It's not a real sitar, but it's a Dan Electro.
Wait, so the person that didn't get the gig, do you think he's like, I know I was saying I'm a loser, but you're the loser tonight.
Oh.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Now,
did he say that?
I don't know if he said that.
Who didn't get it?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's not like an audition where there's just like a bunch of people in a hallway with guitars sitting there waiting for their turn.
Person with a clipboard.
Right, exactly.
They're just sitting there with their Strat.
There's a sign-in sheet. And stuff.
Yeah.
Did they give you music at all? You just had to just do it.
No.
You had to wing it.
Yeah.
What song was it? The first song that they'd played?
I don't remember. We ended up.
But you managed to keep up.
Oh yeah.
You knew it. Did you know the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, when that happens, when it's quick like that, you just cram what you think is going to be asked of you, and then I brought I also didn't want to seem like the like dumb TikTok millennial and like pull up notes on my phone, so I wrote them out on a little notebook.
Good.
Analog style.
Good. Well done.
They appreciated that.
Well
I think.
done. Yeah.
That's a better way to memorize stuff too.
Yeah, writing it out.
Pencil to paper.
Yeah.
Or pen to paper.
There are a couple beautiful moments. I knew to learn Hard as a Drum on piano and the harmonies. And so halfway through, everyone is just watching, and it's just me and him. He's singing, he's facing me now, and I'm just playing and I'm singing. And then afterwards he was like, well, that's the best that song's ever sounded.
Really?
And then Jason turns around, he's like, and I'm like,
he said that?
whoa.
Got the gig.
Wow. That was after the first song?
Can me and you do it?
After the first song?
Oh yeah, to do a duet.
Well, we can't play any track.
So that was
the first
that
song?
was a like
Wait, karaoke
cataloging that memory for the rest of my life moment. And then at the end,
I'm sorry, what song was it again?
Hard as a Drum.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
That was the first song?
No, that was about halfway through.
Oh, halfway through. Okay, got it.
And then at the very end, we were playing E-Pro, and that's and at the end of E-Pro, I noticed they just went on just a free jam. Like it was just like the end of it is just like a party, and so they were just jamming. Everyone was like trading off solos. I found a moment and I just ripped a solo.
Really?
Like turned on my little fuzz and Beck and Jason turned around and they're like, yeah.
Really?
And I was
Wait,
like,
did you go back to back?
no.
You know what I mean?
Oh, eventually.
Back to back guitars.
Right. But
Well, you got to get off your
throughout
platform and you got to walk down, and it's the whole thing.
We did that. Yeah, we were on wireless guitar packs so we could run around.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you had experience doing solos before? Improvising solos?
Yeah.
You've had that kind of, okay.
So you know what key it's in. You can.
But
just
I knew they didn't know that I could do that at that point, so I thought maybe I should just show him like a little party, clown party at the end.
Was that session recorded at all?
I think so, yeah.
Let's hear it.
I don't know
I wish
where
we
that
could.
is.
Did you throw in some Rage Against the
Lockdown.
Machine? Did you do any Rage Against the Machine style
riffs?
Octave?
Oh.
You know that
No.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
like,
the whammy. Digitech whammy.
But it's like a octave whammy.
Yeah.
Did you hit that pedal or not?
No.
Okay. We just wanted to get the facts straight here.
I know about that one though.
So then when did you get the official call? A couple days later?
Yeah, I think.
Or did he
maybe the
tell you
next
right there
day.
after the
Did
session?
he say after that, he's like, you got the gig, you got the goods.
He said, tell everyone waiting in line. Cancel
Everyone
the
was
rest of the.
so nice. Everyone
them
was
back.
so nice.
Cancel the rest of the people waiting. We got.
Send those Axemen back.
Let's get her to makeup. we gotta record this. We gotta record this album now. Get her to makeup and,
Get her to
and
makeup for
wardrobe.
this
Get
album.
her to wardrobe right now. Get her measurements. Wait, do you have to wear outfits at all?
I sent in my measurements eventually.
Oh,
yeah.
they do give you outfits.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was kind of joking, like it was a movie shoot, but is there a specific way he wants the band to look on stage?
I mean, this is a case for every project. Like, each record has its own world,
Yeah.
So then the live show is an extension of that. Colors, the name of the album was Colors.
Wait, what's the new one called?
Hypercolor. No,
You know?
What the? Sorry. Oh, this is horrible.
Hypercolor.
Hyperspace.
Hyperspace.
Oh, Inner Space. With
I was going to say that, but I
it's
thought
written in
it
like
was wrong.
Japanese or something. The cover.
What an idiot. Yeah, it's Hyperspace. I was going to say that. I was going to say Hyperspace. And then I second guessed myself.
We'll cut it out.
Okay. So yeah, we did like this sort of like fembots from space look with me and Alex, Lily, and then the other guys.
Fembots
like,
from space.
It was all like black and white, like bold prints.
Do you have to do crazy makeup?
No, we didn't have to do whatever. We do whatever we
No, what I mean,
want
like
to do.
silver. You know, do you have to do silver face?
I did.
You know what I mean?
I turned out some looks.
I mean,
Is that offensive to aliens when you do Silverface?
Well, no.
Is it offensive to
face.
robots when
Green
you do
face.
Silverface?
Green
Or
face.
gray face. Gray.
Silverface, that pisses off like the Tin Man.
Right. No, that's offensive to robots, silver face.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
aliens is offensive. Green face is offensive to aliens. Or
Not
Some of them are
reptiles?
grays, not the grays.
Oh,
Not
the
the
grays. The
The
grays are
grays.
cool with anything.
Well, I mean, they're cool with green.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
so what's it like on the bus? Does Beck have his own bus?
No.
And you're on the.
You're asking.
You're trailing. You're trailing in like a Sprinter van.
No, he's very generous.
Wait.
We were it is probably the best lodging and travel I've ever.
Is it all flights and there is no bus? There is no bus.
There were flights, there were buses.
There's no
yeah.
bus.
But no, there's no. He was on the bus with the. Sometimes we play musical chairs and
Really?
trade buses.
So
Yeah.
he's on the bus with the crew.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, not the crew. The crew has their own bus, but the band.
No,
yeah.
I mean the crew is in
The
you
band.
guys.
Yeah,
the band.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
band-
gang.
The gang. Yeah.
The band's all in there. They're on the Prevost.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
You got your bunk.
Right. Yeah.
Talk to the driver, or
A lot of-
is he closed off?
Oh yeah, we talked to the driver. Oh yeah, we terrorized the driver.
They got that door, that like
Yes.
Star Trek door in the front.
Yeah.
But before that, you got the
Binging
call
on
on an
me.
email or a phone call?
To ask to audition? Or?
No, to get that you got the job confirmation.
I think the production manager called me.
Did you
or the
just
manager, I
pee
don't
in your
remember.
pants or what?
I
Were
went
you
in there.
just-
Well,
I-
you're assuming that this is like her ultimate dream job.
It's not. Well, no,
No,
but it is the
it-
biggest
it-
artist she's ever
it
worked
is.
with at this point.
I've worked with Beck before.
I did too. Believe it or not.
I went into the audition.
My band opened for Beck like 10 years ago.
Really?
Really?
Or like 15 years ago or something.
Yeah, he loves.
But it was
Funny,
it was
good
like a joke,
things.
it was a
But he
weird
was-
act.
Yeah, he loves that.
He was involved in that Jenny Lewis thing.
Tell
when I
him
was involved.
that
Yeah,
the
the
video.
tele-
I was
Next time you
involved
see
with
him,
that,
tell him
too.
Video Ape says hi.
Okay.
He'll probably remember.
So, but you were kind of excited, no?
I was so excited.
Yeah.
I went into it so
Did you tell your friends?
like with such imposter syndrome that I assumed I wasn't going to get it because I'm like
You're shredding and you nailed it.
I just assumed I was like there must be a whole world of people
There's a whole Hollywood
qualified for this gig.
Right. There's a whole LA filled with shredders. How did
So
I get it?
I was just like completely. So maybe because of that my audition was good because I wasn't consumed with panic or something. But yeah, oh my gosh.
Did you tell people?
I told my mom and my
was
dad.
she thrilled?
Yeah. I have to yeah, but I don't actually tell anybody until after like first few gigs.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ah.
Don't tell anybody nothing
Yeah.
until it's real.
So it was actually like a couple
Exactly.
months later. Like,
yeah.
I didn't. You
Oh,
can't
really?
assume.
You didn't tell anybody until you did a few gigs?
Yeah,
Really? Oh, wow.
because
You told somebody, though.
I mean, my close friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, but I was like, Mom, you can't post anything. You can't do
Right,
anything.
right,
Like, don't.
Well, don't tell the parents anything until it
Oh
happened.
God,
Yeah.
it'll take to Facebook immediately. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, you never know what could happen. Like budgets change and this or whatever,
Yep,
and like
that's- hey.
get the gig. You want to get the
Been
gig.
there.
Oh, it turns out this person who tracked on the record's actually available, and
Right.
whatever. It could be anything.
Right. Hmm.
So do you like the music biz?
I do like it.
Seems like you're doing good.
Thank you. I like it. Yeah. I mean, I went to college for fine art, and
Where did you go to college?
I went to Valley Art Institute, a very small college, which was
Is
more
that
like
here in the valley?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're-
in
yeah,
this
we're in the
valley.
valley.
We're
Yeah.
in the valley now.
Yeah, yeah.
Not to be confused with Valley
Like Chatsworth.
Valley College,
And not that one. Yeah. It's
which I've taken classes at.
it's kind of an apprenticeship with an artist named Greg Manzi.
So you're from the valley?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Highland Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In Northridge.
Oh, yeah. I went to Porter Junior High.
Oh.
In which is in Northridge.
Oh.
Okay. never
Okay.
mind.
Huh. Yeah, I grew up on Whitsett and Victory. Like
Yeah, I know. That's where I
first
went to high
job?
school.
In Grant. At
Yeah,
Grant?
Grant.
No way.
Hmm.
My first job was at Val Surf.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
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 Slinging trucks?
Slinging trucks on
you behind
decks.
the skate counter?
ended
Or where
up-
were you?
I eventually earned that position by learning
Where'd
how
you-
to do a skate trick.
No.
Like you can't work behind the counter unless
Really?
you can.
What'd you learn?
I learned how to ollie. That's the only thing I know how to do.
Sorry, can I just ask you one other question about that audition?
Yeah.
Did you mess up at all during it? You know what I mean?
No, like there's a way to mess up and like save it. I don't know. Maybe
Nothing
maybe
noticeable.
No.
In rock and roll, if you isolate any of those tracks, right, it's gonna be filled with screwy little
Go ahead, play it.
ding dangs.
But
you know?
weirdly,
hear it.
like not though. Like
Go ahead, play
Well,
that.
no, I've
you
gone
can
down.
hear yourself like in the in-ear monitors, and you get the click and everything's as long as you can hear everything you need to hear, like.
I'm just saying, like, I've gone down, I think, YouTube wormholes where, like, they find the little screw ups that are they just keep them in the
But
they
that's
they make them sound more human anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like little drum screw ups on like Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah, where
you know.
they hit the stick.
They
or
hit the
something.
stick.
Yeah.
They just keep that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Or even out of tuneness, in people's vocal tracks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, which is actually fine. I don't mind if it's a little out of tune sometimes,
Well, you get when the adrenaline and you're like moving. I mean, it's insane that like Beyonce can like dance and sing at the same time because it's physically like. Imagine just like bopping around. Your voice is gonna like.
Yeah, totally. And you get out of breath too. How do you sing when you're out of breath?
Yeah. Okay, you are talking about Hole.
I wanna be.
Okay. When you said that, I was like, yeah, but that's fucking Hole. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse.
You can say whatever you want.
So glad you could make it. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, that's the
she gets the right parts right. Like the chorus, she comes in.
Let's hear
Listen.
Demonology. Hey, so glad you could make it. Yeah. Now you really make
But it sounds like her guitar is straight up out of tune.
Play it again. I mean, play the.
it. Hey, so glad you could make it.
I thought it was supposed to be like that. I'm serious. I thought it was, kind of supposed to be like that.
Look at my face.
No, but it sounds almost like it's supposed
that's
to be.
why she's got the other guitarists around her. They turn hers probably way down.
I mean, to
No,
me,
they don't use that in the house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
like,
would.
hers is just a prop to bang around on.
Yeah.
But to me, it sounds musical in a way. I mean, in that it's well, the music is supposed to be sort of, kind of rugged in a way, and so it actually kind of, I think it sounds like, I thought it was intentional.
I mean, look, the crowd's loving it.
No, it sounds like it's intentional.
Okay,
to me.
now why did you freak out when I played Hole?
Because when
Do
you
you
were
love
saying when you were
Are you
saying
thinking about
on
this?
YouTube they release like the board stems
Is that your
and you
biggest
can
nightmare
like
if you
No, but when you said that I was like, you're talking about Hole. You're talking about that whole that whole show.
Well, that comes to
because
mind.
it's yeah, that's famous. I mean,
the original
sounds horrendous.
The original one was Linda McCartney, remember that?
Oh yeah, what's that like?
Oh no.
I mean, this goes back
Play
like,
the clip.
Oh.
This goes back before like
You're saying, oh no, not her.
Happy to drag Courtney Love, but
it's not nice.
Let's take a peek. I think it sounds good. I think it works.
you're so generous.
Well, no, because honestly, for that kind of music, it feels like that kind of out of tuneness works.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Because it's loud, kind of ruckus kind of music. Ruckus.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, well,
I
carry
actually
on.
love that.
Carry on.
some like bitter audio engineer house. What's it called? Like the sound guy. He's like, I hate Linda McCartney. I'm gonna isolate her thing. Wait, where's she at? It's not that bad.
Oh,
It ain't that
I
bad.
love it.
It's not that.
It's
bad.
human.
It's
It's
human.
actually, it reminds me of like.
I just remember people being like,
People are out of tune. A lot of the greats sing out of tune sometimes. A lot of the greats.
I'm not a Grateful
And that's
Dead
why-
fan, but like there is a
Sounds
singer
better than Yoko.
in the Grateful Dead
More in tune
they're
than-
one of the background singers. She's so loud. I think it's one of the, I don't know.
well,
It's
the thing about
horrible.
it is nobody.
It's so loud.
You got. I think what makes the greats great is not how perfectly in pitch or in key that they sing. It's the passion and the performance that they put behind it.
and the sound guy's auto tune skills. They can get them right in the right
I like
pitch.
that. That's very kind.
It's true.
And it's true.
Totally true, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the great songs.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that people like
All
to
I'm
put
saying
up
is
these
Hole
clips
is
and
great.
criticize.
Yeah,
Hole is no, I'm just kidding.
But when
I
you-
don't listen to Hole that much, but
Actually, I kind
When
of
you
like
sell
Hole has some bangers, don't you think?
really,
yeah, some bops. There's some bops. I don't.
They're called bops.
They're
now.
called bops
Bangers
now?
are no bops.
bops. Yeah.
oh, they're called bops.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what could? It's a new year. It's a new decade. We need some new words for bops, bangers, hits.
Tops.
What's it's just interesting how people say boomers now for people who are not baby boomers. that
Wait,
they're-
I don't. What do you mean?
People say,
No, they don't.
you know, for example, people say people my age would be called boomers or our age, but they're not. We're not.
No,
you know, boomers
no one
are
does that.
our parents.
No, people say "okay, boomer" on the internet to like old people.
No, they're
people
talking
born
about
in
you.
the
To correct
40s.
them
They're
about,
talking
like,
about you.
No,
the
they're
economy.
Yeah, they
and
are. But baby boomers are supposed to be people who were born after World War II until, you know, like
Yeah. My
the
mom-
late 60s or
Yeah.
something, you know, and then it becomes Generation X.
Okay,
right?
well, let's
Yeah.
not get derailed here. I think you're just making something.
no.
up.
But now they've changed
because I've
it.
never heard of that.
They changed it to anybody who's old and not sort of in touch with current things like
Not on
TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
Exactly. So that's what a boomer is now. So you're kind of a boomer now,
Right.
according to younger people. Just saying.
Only if I'm out of touch.
Like if
And
you're
I'm-
calling them bangers instead of bops, you're a boomer.
But I have a question. Do you call
Fair
your
enough.
fans? Are your fans called pimple pound?
no pound pimples
Pound pimples?
and pound puppies
Pound puppies?
And
and pumpernickels.
So if you have a
pumpernickels,
name for your
pimples,
fan
pumpernickels,
base,
and
you
pretzels.
can't be a boomer. You have a name for your fan base that's like, you know how pop stars do that. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
Charlie XCX is like, hey angels, you know, Charlie's Angels. Yeah.
right.
Well, she's ripping off a boomer franchise, Charlie's Angels.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So she's inspired by boomers, you know? My fans, my
I think you're
songs.
cool enough that you
no,
have
I'm gonna come
fans
up with
that you
the
have
new
a name
thing.
for.
Bops. Okay, come on. What is this? What is this? What is this?
Pops?
What is this? 1950s? Was this Chubby Checker?
That sounds old.
Yeah.
Should
They
call
be
them
called
nips.
should be called pounders.
Pounders.
Dude, that tracks
That's
a
a
real pounder.
universal.
That's a real pounder.
term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something Doug Pound would play.
Yeah.
You know?
A pounder.
Oh,
Pound
like
approved.
pound approved. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a real. I don't know. Somebody will make. So it'll pop up. The new banger.
The dunker.
A dunk. That's a dunk.
That's a dunk.
Yeah.
right
Come
there.
up with it's a nebulous
That's a-
thing to
That's
like
a dunk.
come up with buzz terms that
Wait, what
catch on.
was your name gonna be? Bork. Bork.
Bjork. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wait, that is too close to Bjork.
It's okay.
What was it? You had it in
Oh,
rhyme for
Keck?
Beck. Keck.
Keck. Well, because it's Cecilia, but
That doesn't sound right.
what about Sec? Because it's like Cecilia Sec. And
Oh.
then he goes Sec.
It
That
almost
tracks
plays
a real boner.
He plays it. That's
What if
good.
you're just gonna start getting hardcore in the future? You know. That's a real erect.
That's a
You wanna
throbber
know
right
my-
there.
dude. That's a throbber.
That's a throbber right there.
I do have like a
Dude, that track throbs.
like
Go
an
on.
oi punk nickname, like my like punk alter ego.
What's that?
CC section.
Oh yeah, C-section. Yeah.
CC
That's pretty
section.
good.
CC section.
You like
CC. Oh, so CC was a nickname, and then it went to CC.
CC? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
CC
Oh, let's do
section.
punk rock names now.
Oh yeah, right. So like
C section.
CC section.
Darby Pound Doug Darby Pound.
What's a punk name for Doug? Yeah, like
We'll come back to me. It'd be
Yeah.
like Grave Duggar or something. You know? I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
oh, Grave Doug.
Dug a
Yeah.
grave. Dug a grave.
wait,
like
Dug
my
a
last name
grave.
is a grave.
Yeah.
Come on, it's easy.
Oh, Doug a Grave.
Dug a
Yeah.
grave.
Right.
A goth rock name.
How about Brent Vent? You know, because like
Vent?
no vent. You know, he's gonna vent. You know, vent his
No,
rage.
it needs to be something.
Brent Vent.
It's got to be something nasty, man.
It's not violent enough.
Oh, okay. Spent.
Oh,
How about Brent Reznor?
a play on bent.
Oh, yeah. Bent, or bent Brent.
Bent Brent. That dude's bent.
Bent Brent.
Oh, well, let's look up the Garbage Pail Kid of you.
What about the garbage pail of you?
Well, we will. Oh, here we go. Nasty Brent.
Oh, there is one?
Oh, Beastie Brent. That's pretty good.
Oh.
Brent.
Okay, it's a dude riding that's kind of weak. He's riding an elephant, and the elephant is like got heads. Here's another one. Bearded Brent. He's got like green slime as a beard.
Huh. I didn't know there were so many Brent garbage pail kids. Those are probably new additions.
There could be some. Oh, here's Bratty Brent. These are kind of weak. I wonder if there's a Cecilia one. Dead air. We can have a little dead air on the show. It's no big deal.
No, it makes it human.
Seafood
About the
dead air on
intention.
podcast makes it human.
We got
And the passion behind it.
Seafood.
Passion behind the dead air.
Yeah, it's not about the podcast. It's about the dead air.
You know what I did?
Cecilia's hard
Okay,
because it's
look,
like everyone.
Seafood Celia. How about Cecilia celiac? You know what I mean? The celiac disease from the gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
It's just It's just like a garbage pail kid eating a loaf of bread and being all sick and green faced.
Yeah.
Cecilia celiac.
Ceciliac.
Ceciliac.
Right.
There we go.
You know what I did once? And I thought I probably already said this on the podcast at one point. All my garbage pail kids, I traded them for something really stupid.
Pogs.
No, I traded them to... he got to keep my garbage pail kids permanently in exchange
Wait,
for
they're
me to-
stickers though, right?
Well, they're cards / stickers.
They should have made the real ones like you know how they make the Cabbage Patch dolls?
Yeah.
They should make Garbage Patch dolls.
Yeah,
Right,
plushy.
right.
Hello, Garbage Patch Corporation. I have an idea that's $1 billion.
Well, they got sued or something by Cabbage Patch Kids, and they had to change the way that they looked. So they didn't look too much like Cabbage Patch
like with that
Kids.
round
gotta
ass face.
Yeah.
Cease.
I have a good
But-
punk rock name for you, and we're gonna tease it, and we'll come back to it after your story.
Well, it's just really quick. I just permanently, my collection was not that big. It was probably this thick. This is the stack.
That's a lot of kids.
Okay. And I went and in exchange to borrow DuckTales, the video game for Nintendo for 2 weeks. Stupid.
But
In
then
exchange to what? To borrow?
To borrow DuckTales on Nintendo for 2 weeks.
Did you get
That's
to keep
the
DuckTales?
worst.
Or you
No,
had to
no, that's the
return it?
point. I got to borrow it for 2 weeks in exchange for permanently giving him the garbage pail kids. And on top of that, I went
a
to his
raw
house.
deal.
Well, yeah, that was probably the dumbest deal I've ever made in my whole life. And also, I went to his house and saw that he took the stickers off. He took the stickers off and put it on his refrigerator. And I'm just thinking, you don't do that to garbage pail kids. You
dude.
keep them as cards.
Yeah,
Wet.
they're
You
collectibles.
keep them as cards. You don't
Well,
put
he's
them
like, these are worthless. I just lent a game to some dork for 2 weeks.
Some
These
bork.
stickers ain't shit.
That's tragic because they were more meaningful in your life.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was stupid. It was my fault, though. Guess what? My fault. I deserved it.
Okay, lesson learned.
Yeah. So, what you got for my new name here, huh?
Okay, I got like, what kind of band do you want to be in?
Me?
Straight Edge?
Yeah, okay, straight edge, yeah.
Okay, for that band, Brent Consent.
Yes.
You know, you're like righteous. You know.
Okay, yeah. Good. Good.
Do you want to be in another socially awakened kind of group?
Not as much, but
How
okay.
about Brent Control?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's kind of cool, right?
Brent Control.
Like you could be
Actually, I
in
kinda
the
like
dead.
that.
You could be in the Dead Kennedys or something.
But also,
Yeah.
what's kind of cool about that is that might sound socially conscious to some people, but really, it's about I want to be dominant.
You wanna-
I'm gonna
right.
Be,
It's
I'm
not about-
I'm going to dominate. You know,
You're gonna dominate.
I'm going to dominate. Brent
Oh,
Control.
control,
You know,
yeah.
Brent Control. You are now under Brent Control.
Yeah.
So when they hear my music, they get hypnotized.
Or also, how about Malcolm Brent? Like Malcontent?
How about Malcolm Jamar Brent? Or whatever it
Malcolm
is.
Jamal
Oh,
Brent.
Malcolm Jamal Brent, yeah.
Okay. This is fun. I want to keep doing
Yeah.
doing Brent names.
Yeah, sure, yeah. What else you got? What would be Malcolm Jamal Brent be for? It's just like a Cosby Show.
It could be like Brent
It's a
Cement.
cover. It's a Cosby Show cover band. They do like different renditions of the Cosby Show theme. So there's like
It's
five
a
different
punk
theme
rock
songs.
group that
Oh, yeah.
dresses up like Cosby Show characters.
Members. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're Malcolm. I mean, like,
Well, no,
that would be Theo. So like,
no,
you know,
no,
right?
it doesn't
Malcolm
matter.
Jamal
You can do
Brent.
whatever you want. You know,
It's like as if the Cosby Show like real, you know, actors started a band, but it's like
everyone's name is Brent also. So they got Brent Bonet in there, and you got
Brent Cosby.
Brent Cosby
Yeah.
or Bill Brentby. I don't know.
Wait, who was the daughter?
It was
Lisa
Keisha Knight Pullman. So
Lisa Brent.
Keisha Knight Brent. Keisha Knight. Well, how about Keisha Knight Brent, man?
Man.
Yeah.
So Cecilia.
It's like, come on, man. Come on, man.
So
And then there was Raven Simone too.
Oh yeah.
Raven.
I don't
Brent.
know. That's your show. That's not my show.
You don't. Oh,
a
you
cherry.
don't
I mean,
know.
I
it.
watched it a few times.
That, I mean, despite things. That's good. That's good. That's good, Doug. That's good. That's pretty good. Down. That was good. Despite things, that's one of the greatest shows of all time. It's definitely, that's in the top 5 best shows of all time. People say these shows like Breaking Bad or whatever are the best shows. I'm thinking to myself, when I say that, I wonder to myself, have they seen The Cosby Show?
Uh-huh.
It's one of the best shows. It's so good. It's the best.
Why is it so good?
Because it's good for black culture.
Do you think it's better than Family
Not just
Matters?
that. That's not the only reason. It's also just a good show. Yeah.
Well, okay,
Well,
it's
definitely better than Family Matters. Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Definitely. You
It's
like
not
that
better than
Urkel?
Different Strokes.
You like that
Urkel.
You like that purple Urkel?
Yes. I've quoted Urkel throughout my childhood.
You know what?
He's
Here's an observation.
He's a hero.
You know that I realized that Steve Urkel sounds like, if you want to do a Steve Urkel impression, or if you want to do a David Lynch impression, do an impression of Steve Urkel. It's the same thing.
Same voice?
Cooper! Cooper, it's me! Cooper! Did I do that?
Let's play a
Laura.
game called Urkel
Laura.
or David Lynch.
They sound the same. Laura! Did I do that?
Ready?
I can't hear you! Cooper, it's me!
See if you can figure out if this is Urkel or David Lynch.
Damn, I want to play, so I'm looking away. I saw the first one already.
I can't see the screen.
It's gonna be
Okay, just go.
there's not gonna be any question about it.
Yes, there is. The Urkel and Lynch sound the same.
Hi, Mr. Winslow.
I mean, he's a little kid.
Well, that's when he's
Is there
younger.
older
That's when
Urkel?
he's younger. But if you go older Urkel,
Like what season?
but not don't go
after he
Stefan.
gets sexy. Yeah.
Well, not Stefan because
not
that will
Stefan.
be too much.
Yeah.
Too manly. But Stefan era Urkel,
Yeah, Stefan era Urkel, like
Yeah.
I just need
teenager.
to know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
teen.
exactly.
Okay.
Teen Urkel is
Teen Urkel.
is elder Lynch. It's true, because David Lynch wasn't like that when he was younger as much, but then now he's just so like that. One.
I don't know. This is not gonna work. I can't find Teen Urkel. Okay. No one's making those compilations.
We can't find
That
a
sounds like a good
clean
band, though,
Teen
Teen
Urkel.
Urkel.
Teen Urkel. Yeah, I'll do Teen Urkel. That's our
Yeah.
punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Brent
Michael
Control.
No, I'm Michael Jamal Brent.
Celiac disease.
Yeah.
That's not great. You could do better. Wait, what was the other one? Cecilia
C-section,
section.
What if your name
which
was
is a play on
C-section?
Gigi Allen
What if your name-
and my C-section, which I was birthed.
What if you're
through.
called CC Music Factory? Not C and C Music Factory, just CC Music
the
Factory.
Drumhead Company?
No,
Oh.
the band.
Oh, yeah.
You know, make you sweat till you bleed. CC Music Factory, not C and C Music Factory.
I like that one too.
Okay,
Yeah.
my punk rock name will be Prescription Doug.
Well, how about this? I got one. That's actually not bad.
I still like
I say this to him on the
Doug.
phone.
It's like
grave.
it's not. I'm not doing heroin. I'm doing prescription. I'm getting the
Prescription
doctor's
drug.
prescription. Yeah.
Doug.
Well, sometimes I say to him, if I want to say, I say this as a joke. I say, "Hey, Doug, listen up." His name is Listen Hop, you know, and I say
Yeah.
it could be Doug, listen up,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's kind of socially
Oh,
conscious.
listen up.
Yeah,
right.
listen up.
You,
Doug,
and then
listen
you,
up.
you're the singer and you only sing through a
Megaphone.
megaphone.
Uh-huh.
So you get that crackly effect on your vocals. And it's like you got a lot of anger and angst but you have a message. And so it's like kind of sounds like it's coming through a protest out in the streets.
Isn't there? Didn't like REM or somebody like they sing normally and then like on one part of the song they
Right,
go
right.
through the megaphone.
Right,
Yeah.
they do that.
It's
yeah.
for
So we're
cinematic
100%
effect.
megaphone.
Just for cinematic effect.
I've heard that
yeah.
before. I've heard bands like that, just all megaphone.
All megaphone. No,
Yeah.
I've seen bands.
What's it
You ever
called?
see Bob Log?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Isn't there a group called Bob Log and the guy has like he wears a helmet. You don't know what they look like. And he's got, let me see. Am I
Is it
thinking
a
about the right
microphone
band?
inside of the helmet?
Yeah, but like one of those Bob Log 3 it's called. Yeah, and it's like let's listen to a taste of it here.
Now let's pretend that last.
So like look,
Yeah.
he's got like a motorcycle helmet. You can't see his
Yeah,
face,
yeah.
but the mic is connected. Like
Right.
it's like
Show the camera too, actually.
They can look it up.
All right, look it up. Look it up. Doug, look it up. That's your new name, actually. Doug, look it up.
Whatever. They're not gonna see.
Look it
I
up.
don't want to see all this embarrassing amount of tabs I have going on.
Oh yeah, all those sites.
When I'm looking up Urkel, Teen Urkel, all kinds of stuff.
BigDicks.com and JuicyDicks.
The song just ended right now, and none of that just happened. Here goes.
Yeah. So when you say like curse words through it, it sounds like real angry.
Really angry.
Yeah.
Well, there's also isn't that Queens of the Stone Age song where there's all those explosions? That whole thing is it sounds like it's a megaphone the whole time. Right?
Yeah.
You know that explosion song?
What's your favorite band?
Oh my God.
Yeah. What is it?
Let's get back into the interview mode.
Oh, my favorite band ever? Oh God. Well, in the spirit of
What are you
Only
digging
one.
right
No, I'm just
now?
kidding.
Let's go.
you
from
know what
there.
I'm honestly digging right now, and this is not. They're not good.
R.E.M.
But it's amazing. It's the Frogs.
There we go.
Brothers
Milwaukee's
from
own.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got drugs that'll blow your mind tonight.
Those guys are wild.
Blow you. Yeah. Into the Mist. You know that one?
I don't. You know,
Great.
I never like listen. I saw them live, but I never.
Really?
I never like checked them out.
They're
like,
sort of like, they live in this like Daniel Johnston, like whimsical
Ween
world.
kind of zone.
I don't know.
They're kind of like Ween, but they're like not kidding.
Yeah,
like,
they're
like
they're earnestly like just probably on drugs.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're out there.
Yeah.
Or that's the read we get
Right.
when we consume it. Frogs.
But the problem with my favorite band, like I'm listening to everything from like 70s Indonesian psych rock to like
To 80s Indonesian psych rock. I'm just kidding.
to 80s
Malaysian.
See, there was the joke there.
yeah.
80s
Malaysian
smooth jazz.
smooth jazz. There we go. Finally, can we just cut those together? Perfect joke.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hear ya.
Cocteau Twins.
Now
moves
you're
me.
talking.
Okay, now we're talking
Okay.
over here.
Oh.
We do this show, and then they're always coming up on the show. I bring them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we look at this show, we did this little show called Microscope Show. We look at stuff up close, and then it always, to me, looks like a Cocteau Twins album cover.
Album cover.
Yeah,
It's just like.
a lot of stuff. you know?
Yeah.
Sunburst and Snowblind, or
Yeah.
something like that, or like what's that other one that's similar to that? Head Over Heels. Yeah. Stuff like that.
So, you grew up in the Valley.
Yeah.
Did you grow up around rockers?
No.
You didn't go to like punk
rockers?
shows.
Did you go to? Did you hang out with Heschers?
I hung out with Heshers. I hung
Well, your
out.
parents were Heschers.
Wait, what's the difference between a Hesher and wait, what was the other one?
Heshers
And a
are
rocker?
like,
a rocker.
Heschers are like
Venice
grungy,
skate-
more grungy. Yeah.
yeah, like Venice skate kids.
Oh, Venice skate kids?
Yeah, they're like,
Oh, okay. I thought Heschers are more like. I mean, Heschers usually have long hair. Right?
yeah.
You know.
Or no, yeah, they're like metal.
I thought they were
I
kind
thought
of more
Hesher
plaid,
was metal.
Yeah, they're like metal heads.
but they're metal. They're metal alternative rockers.
Long hair boys
I would
that smoke
say,
weed.
and skate,
That's a Hesher right there.
Well,
Or BMX.
right?
I
Or-
think
oh,
Heschers
okay.
probably go to. I mean, they go to Seattle shows. You know,
Of course, dude. Basically,
they go to
a
Seattle. shows.
Hesher is someone that does grunge.
Yeah, exactly. A
That
Hesher is a
seems-
grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I grew up like in a punk band and yeah, going to punk shows. The Knitting Factory at Hollywood and Highland.
Hey, did
before
you go
it
to-
closed.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did a show. I did a comedy show there actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, not that big a deal, but hey, you know.
Well, it's
I bought a
gone
f-
now. It's like
Yeah.
a CVS or something.
Yeah, it was
bought
at
a few
that Hollywood
scarves there.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
You what? Oh.
I got a few scarves there.
I thought you said scarves, like
you made a few
in
scars
the pit.
Did you hang out at the Cobalt Cafe?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, so what was your punk rock band called?
It was called The Cheats. Yeah.
You got any recordings out there? MySpace, Bandcamp.
We one time we went to this rehearsal space on Vermont, and you could like pay by the hour and pop in a blank CD and press record, and it would record the room. It just maybe like one ribbon once. Yeah,
I went to one of those ones.
So we've got an EP somewhere on someone's hard drive somewhere.
Release the tape.
We got to release the
Let's
tapes.
hear it. People are roll it.
Craving it.
Yeah.
Roll the tape.
Okay.
We go to the. Hey, how long have we been going? 55.
Okay, so let's do 5 more. And then
we're gonna do a little more.
Okay.
We're gonna do about half an hour, 45 minutes more.
Is that cool?
To be honest with you.
Yeah. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Then we'll go after dark, and we'll go deeper.
Ooh, into the morning.
So you started what was your role in the punk rock band?
I was the singer.
Did you also play guitar?
No.
Did you get crazy on stage? Like
yes.
Did you headbang?
I didn't. I had a buzzed head at the time, so headbanging wasn't as effective as somebody with
in some ways,
hair.
though, it can be more effective. You know what I mean? If you just see some bald head, just being like hardcore, like banging,
was your head,
it's sort
hair
of like
bleached or green or something?
Because it makes it more free.
No. Oh, actually, so I buzzed it.
Like how bald with a shick?
No.
Shake.
like a 1
3
Gillette
or
Mach
2
3.
or a 4. I don't know what the setting is. And then as it was growing out, I bleached it, and then I ended up kind of looking like Liberty Spikes a little bit. It kind of looked like Billy Idol at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sid Vicious.
Yeah. And so
we should do classic punk names like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
I got to get on
I saw
Thesaurus.
Johnny Rotten at Whole Foods like not that long ago.
He hangs out here? He lives out here?
I've seen photos of him recently. He lives like in like Malibu or something.
You know who I saw
Yeah.
at Whole Foods once? And this is in the 90s. This is Kyle MacLachlan.
Oh.
And he had gray hair then.
He's
You wouldn't think that because you're thinking his hair is black
Hero.
as night. You think his hair is black as night.
He's salt and pepper, no?
Well, I wouldn't think that based on, well, I mean, especially then, you know. But,
yeah.
But I mean,
He still looks good.
How about this
Yeah,
for a punk
he does.
rock name? Nick Nutty.
Nick Nutty.
You know, he's not like vicious
It's
or
not
rotten,
Nutty
but it's
Nick
just like
or-
kind of nutty. You know,
Yeah.
it's not as
Nutty.
threatening as a
He's just kind
not
of
as scary. You know,
right. He's just kind of goofy.
Well, I was gonna say that was one I was gonna say. It was like kind of like Larry Goof.
So
You know,
he's-
Larry
Goof.
instead of drinking 40s in alleys and getting into fights, it's like, oop, I poked you.
Larry Goof isn't even doing that. He probably just
I just poked you.
How about like
he just like jumps out and says boo.
Oh, that's fun.
how about like Larry Aloof? It's like he's aloof. It's not a great quality, and it's not intimidating. It's just
Yeah.
how about Fred Flaky?
These
You
are
know?
like the
Fred.
It doesn't need to be
Flaky.
alliterative, by the way. You know, it doesn't. Need
I'm thinking in the style of Johnny Rotten, Sid Vicious.
No, I know, but you're kind of.
this is like
making
Snow
it seem
White
like
and the
you're trying
Seven
to make them
Dwarfs
have the
version.
same letters in the beginning or the same sound. They don't even need to be that. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying they do.
It could be like
those. Those are the words that come
Like
to.
Doug Spires.
Ooh, I like that
Like how
one.
about Jake Flaky?
Or what about Doug Spikes?
Doug
Jake
the
Flake?
Doug Studded.
Yeah, Jug
Studded
Flake.
Doug.
What about Jug? Yeah, what about Jug Flake? What is that?
Jug Flake.
thinking of
That
Jug
reminds me of like
Flake.
I'm thinking of
those
breast-
jugs.
It's not working out,
Those
man.
water jugs that like skaters have, like they're like
They got to be hydrated.
yeah, but they always have like a half-filled jug, like maybe by the bed from the 90s, and it's like they don't actually use glasses. It's they've only drunk water through this jug.
I got news for you, hun. That's for pee. Look, my jug is for pee. That I keep near my bed.
I get it.
Wait, did you
get it.
drink out of a skater boy's pee jug?
No.
Is that a thing though? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I called you hun. It's kind of cute though. It's like they call
Yeah, I
they
know.
call you hun in Baltimore.
I'm Italian, so when you say that, it's like
It kind of worked.
actually,
It kind of worked.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I like endearing pet names
Well, what about this?
when you're a good person.
Did you get crazy on stage, like breaking bottles and stuff?
I
Yeah.
didn't
What
break
about
any
some?
bottles.
Can we get into some crazy tour stories or what?
Or save it?
From when I was 16?
Yeah.
Well, let's just go through the decades.
Oh God,
You
just
breaking
like
bottles?
sleeping on floors, and I didn't break any bottles. I would writhe on the floor. Sometimes I'd jump
Really?
into the crowd. And
Really?
I was little like squirrely and like, yeah,
ever get into
I had a lot of
fights?
energy. Did get into some fights.
Really? Physical fights?
I have a fun story of when I turned 17, it was my birthday. I lost my virginity and got into my first fist fight all in one night.
On your
And-
birthday.
Wait, what was
Yeah.
what, the fight was after? Or
Fight was after a show, and these
You know,
kids
the virginity came after the fight?
earlier in the day. Like,
Whoa.
so I was like,
You're filled with
yeah,
you're a new woman.
new woman,
And you're ready to rage.
ready to fight and defend the honor of whoever needs my,
was the
Your fists.
person that was involved with
my
the
help.
earlier day?
I was defending
Oh,
somebody.
it was an honorable fight.
It was an honorable fight.
Was the person who was involved in the earlier event involved with the later event?
Did
No,
you beat up the person
he
from the earlier event?
No, he wasn't involved. We were defending our drummer and somebody else, and Jill, who played bass. I turned the corner. It's these kids at the time. They were kind of like infamous for going to punk shows and just terrorizing people, being on PCP, doing dust off and weird shit. And they especially, they're skinheads, they're racist, they're white supremacists. So they...
Was it Daryl Dustoff?
No, Daryl
The bass player for...
I got a new
good.
name for
Skid
skinheads,
marks?
by the way.
Huh?
I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about
Okay,
punk
sorry.
names.
I'm sorry to cut your story off, but I just want to know if it was Daryl Dustoff.
I don't know
No.
this guy's name, but it was him and his girlfriend.
So this crew of bunch of
Can I offer?
kooks are coming in, and
Yeah.
they're not about the music. They're just there to cause chaos.
Yeah.
Because they got nothing better to do. They're
So-
losers.
Can I just offer real quick before we continue a new name for skinheads? Because you know how they're about white power
Yeah.
and they're skinheads. I'm thinking they can be called whiteheads. You know what I mean? Okay, so this group
love
of
that.
whiteheads comes in.
Yeah,
These
just
whiteheads
so,
come in.
Then what?
Then
yeah.
what?
Yeah, so these belligerent whiteheads start beating up our bass player, and I turn the corner, I grab her off her, and she starts scratching for my hair.
Luckily, your shaved head.
She tried to pull my hair.
That's
I
a
had
great
no hair
thing to do for fights.
Right.
You just shave it off. No grab.
So no grab, but then her boyfriend comes up and hooks me in the
Sucker
jaw.
punch with a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Really?
And so I, poof, and then
Blood?
for like 2 weeks I couldn't close my mouth.
Really?
You can close your mouth.
I was like, yeah, I still have a glitch in my jaw.
So you're
but
like,
that was yeah, I got sucker punched
Wow.
by
Tough as
a
heck
dude.
back
By a
then, though?
dude.
well, did your crew take care of him?
They did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so his jaw ain't never opened again.
Well, they were.
They've since been popped.
So for those 2 weeks afterwards, where you're like, you weren't a cover band.
No.
Can you name one song title from the punk band?
Yeah. There was one song called Veggie Boy about the boy who took my virginity. He was a vegan crust punk. And I wrote a song called Veggie Boy, and it's
He was vegan?
yeah.
Did he use a vegan condom?
No. So
it was
again,
like
It
imitation.
was a
poser.
sheepskin.
It was it was imitation
like a sheep
sheepskin, imitation
sinew.
lambskin.
Just the
It
sinuous.
was made of soy.
Yeah.
It was like seitan. It was a seitan skin.
Did he know
Yeah.
that you wrote a song about him?
I don't know. I don't think so. And because the song's like it was like skate punk. I sang so fast that you couldn't understand what I was saying anyway.
Can we when we go after dark, can we find out what a crust punk is exactly?
Yeah.
And how
Let's just find out right now.
And how are they different than gutter punks?
Oh.
Well, that's...
See, because
I don't
mean,
know.
I know what a
Gutter
punk
punks,
is.
crust punks, like they all listen to Crass. They all have bum flaps.
I think it's the same thing.
It's kind of
they're
the same thing, right?
Well, okay.
I'm thinking a crust punk is a gutter punk.
We're going to Google it after dark, but I'm going to say that... we could do it now.
Well,
we don't want to, like, whatever, be lame about that. But a gutter punk is you're homeless. You're straight up homeless.
Well, but by
crust
choice.
punk is like you just want the aesthetic.
Okay.
And you're trying to listen to Crass. You probably live at your mom's house, and you have the big spiky.
I thought it maybe
green mohawk.
I thought it was maybe a
gutter. Have the dog on the rope.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there, and they're losers
with the pails,
and they're being anarchists, and they're not trying to have a job.
I thought a crust punk is a gutter punk with eczema or some kind of maybe other kind of
maybe
a genital
maybe
disease,
a crust punk is a gutter punk who has like political
Psoriasis.
aspirations.
Oh,
because they get involved in like marches and like anti-capitalist.
Right, they're more granola.
Yeah.
Thus the crust.
Right.
The crust is made of it's a granola crust.
It's a granola crust.
It's a granola crust.
And it's sort of like.
I think they're one and the same here, according to this article. But look, these punks, they look too. If you can see this photo here.
Is there a side-by-side comparison?
It's just saying they're kind of like the same thing.
Okay. Then what's the difference between oi punk?
To me, a gutter punk is got super like army fatigues almost on. They have the whereas the crust punks,
Berlin
they're
punks,
like they're trying to look cooler, whereas like gutter punks are just like we're dirty.
Look,
and we're like homeless.
So like more like Santa Cruz punk versus
gutter punks,
New
also
York.
called crusties or crust punks, are members of a
Berkeley,
punk subculture that are often tied to squatting, panhandling, and voluntary homelessness.
I lived in Berkeley for a little while, and that is just to me where the gutter punks are from. In a way. Berkeley, but then probably Santa Cruz is more crusty.
You get those Caucasian dreads that have been.
Oh yeah. Maybe crust punk is more like
pancakes.
white dreadlocks.
Right.
White man, white dreadlocks.
Right.
Yeah. My sister used to know a guy named Goat.
Yeah.
And that guy's probably a crust punk, probably.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, my mom used to cut off the crust on my punks when I was a kid.
Oh, really? I used to eat those up.
Nah.
No,
All right, well,
not me.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Okay, I didn't tell you this, but what we do is we do a bonus half hour of this interview. Are you cool with that?
Sure.
Okay, so we'll wrap up the main one now.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. And how can people find your music, and what do you got? Do you have a new album coming out? What's going on? Are you going to go on tour? Give us the goods.
Okay. So
where can people see Beck? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So I'm an artist named, well, the name of my project is Gothic Tropic. So you can just search that in Spotify or Apple, whatever you use. And then you can follow me on Instagram at Gothic Tropic. And
I use LimeWire.
LimeWire for not Napster?
I'm just kidding. I don't use that. Do they still have those?
I think so. Huh. I think they're still servicing.
Okay.
For some reason.
Okay, sorry. So Gothic Tropic.
Yeah, so Gothic Tropic. I released a single a couple months ago. I'm mixing an EP right now, which is almost finished.
Steve Albini?
I did not work with Steve Albini.
Has he ever recorded you?
No.
Do you aspire to that?
That would be just great.
Okay, tell us this before we go after dark. Albini, Butch Vig, or
Van Dyke Parks.
Van Dyke.
I don't know.
Wait,
that doesn't make sense.
Or Sir George, what's his name? The Beatles guy.
Martin.
Is he alive?
George Martin.
George and George. George Senior, George Junior. Yeah, I'd go with the Georges.
Okay. Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay. Did you get all your plugs in? I might have cut you off.
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna release some music soon.
Live dates.
Some live dates in June. So unfortunately, I have to wait for that. But yeah, I'll be updating on my Instagram mainly.
All right,
that's
then.
where I live.
All right, then.
Yeah.
All right,
then. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be and you'll still be here.
And I'll be here when after
things go after dark.
After dark. All right.
See
you
you
next
look,
week,
if you
folks.
Guys, well, hold on. And if you do want to hear more with Cecilia, go to Legacy. Go
to Legacy Music Hour.
Then go to patreon.com/Poundcast, and you could hear more. And there's other little things there too. And that's how it is.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. And you could also and if you like the show, you can rate and review it on iTunes.
You know how we do
Poundcast, You know how we do it. We've got a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and
that's how we do it.
And if you want, and Bill Clinton says, "I do approve." I'll go to the Facebook page for the Poundcast, and that's what I do. I follow it. I'm Bill Clinton, and I approve of this message. I approve of this podcast.
See you next week.